Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Base times height, length times width, however you want to think about it. Okay, here we go. So 15.4 is the first one. Base times height. Take another like 30 seconds and then we'll go over the answers. Number 8's a little tricky. So maybe we'll look at number 8. This goes back to like, I don't even know, 3rd grade. Next week, we're gonna pick up the pace a little bit. So we've done like Pythagorean theorem, which was super easy. Today we're doing 2D shapes. Next week we're gonna do 3-dimensional shapes. So it's still a review from middle school, like volume and surface area, but some of you probably need a real refresher on it, so I'll get a little bit harder next week. Okay, so let's go over the answers. Number 2. 1. Okay, number 3. What's the answer? 16.56, which we're just gonna round to like 16.6. If you put 5.6, honestly, that's fine. I don't really care. It's fine. For number 4, what'd you get? 48. For number 5, 6. For number 6, 23.6. For number 7, 112.2. People get confused with this because there's an extra number. Don't let it trip you up. It's still base, which is 6 times height, which is 18.7. You're not doing 18.7 times 18.7. You got to use one of each number. Now, number 8, what did we get? Nope. Nope. 30. What'd you do? So the formula is base times height. Your base is 6. Your height, you have to think when you go to the doctor, when they measure your height, you're standing straight up against the wall and they measure you. Okay. So you need that vertical distance straight up, like perpendicular to the ground. So that would be 5, not 5.8. So this would just make 30 in total. So you got to be careful next week specifically, like you got to look for which one's the actual height. Yes. What? It is length times width. Length times width would be length and width is like the distance this way. It's not 5.8 because, or 5.3, whatever that says, because that's the crooked line. Okay, let's make it a little bit harder. Let's go to circles. So we're jumping around a little bit, so just follow me. Yeah. Circles on your reference sheet. So take a second, look at your blue sheet. Blue sheet is very overwhelming. You look at the blue sheet. If you look at the blue sheet, look in your circle section. There are 3 formulas. One says A equals, one says C equals, and another one says C equals. C stands for circumference. A stands for area. So what's my area formula on the blue sheet? Pi r squared. Good. So for number 1, what is my radius? 12. Now this one you have to think a little bit. PEMDAS for life, but always. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Should I multiply 12 times pi first, or should I get rid of my exponents first? Exponents. So in your calculator, we're going to do 12 to the power of 2. 144. And then we're going to multiply by the pi button. So we have to find that pi button. We're not going to use 3.14. We're going to use the pi button. Does anybody see the pi button? Where is it? Good. It's down all the way at the bottom. So we're going to press multiply, and then EXP is your pi button. If you press this, it's going to pull up all of pi, which is 3.14159, blah, 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 blah. And then you're going to press equals because you actually need to multiply pi by 144. So what would this round to? 4. So your pi button is the EXP button. It's directly next to the equal sign. So try number 2. Same thing. It's pi r squared. Today should be a refresher on 2-dimensional shapes. So you're doing 14 squared times the pi button. Times. Yeah. Wait, is that basically, yeah. 196. Okay, do 191. Times 5. Okay, so 14 squared should give you 196. You're multiplying by the pi button, which is 615.75. So if you round wrong, it's not a big deal, but this would go to 0.8, but it's not a big deal. Does not matter. Okay, how do you feel with our circles? Okay, take a minute, try number 3, and then we're gonna move on. I'd rather do like a couple of each shape, and then you guys go back at the end of class for 20 minutes and work on them. Okay, so take a minute, do 3, 4. If I'm moving too slow, keep going because you're gonna have to do them anyways. You already did 4, then go to 5. You're gonna have to do it anyways. 5 is the same thing. It just tells you the radius instead of drawing a picture. Yep, 5 is the same thing. Well, like the radius is where. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to draw a picture or anything. Okay, so what do we get for 3? Beautiful. Okay, so pause wherever you're at. Let's do circumference. Circumference. Get off your phone. Get off your phone. Get off your phone. Black hoodie. There's no reason why you should be looking at your crotch for that long. Okay, so let's do circumference. Circumference, find the circumference of each circle. So 9 and 10 are the only 2 circumferences. If you look at your blue sheet, what's your circumference formula for middle school? 2 pi r. So circumference means the distance that goes around. It's like the perimeter of a circle. Okay, so this is the same thing. The formula is just slightly different. We're going to do 2 times the pi button times my radius, which is 8. This doesn't have an exponent. You're literally just doing 2 times pi times 8. We should be enjoying math while it's super easy peasy lemon squeezy before we like want to die next week. Enjoy these easy grades while you got them. Okay, so what do we get for our circumference? 50.3. Okay, so your circles should be okay. They should be fine. Your rectangles and your rectangles and parallelograms should be easy. They should be fine. There's only 2 shapes that are a little bit harder, which are your triangles and your trapezoids. We're going to do the trapezoid first, and then we'll do the triangle. So trapezoid, if you look at your blue sheet and you look at the area formula, it's not very cute. The formula is not very cute at all, but it's not hard. It literally requires 1 additional step, and that's it. So let's go to our trapezoid first. So trapezoid formula on your blue sheet says 1/2 H, and then in parentheses is B1 plus B2. Has anybody seen this formula before? Okay, so we've seen it kind of. Base 1 and base 2, it doesn't matter which one. The bases just mean the top and the bottom. It doesn't matter which one's first. It doesn't matter which one's second. Okay, so we're just going to plug in our height to start. So we have 1/2. What's my height? 2.9. Base 1, I'm just going to use as the top number, which is 1.5. And I'm adding the bottom, which is 3.3. So PEMDAS for life, orders of operations for always. What do I have to do first? Good. I have to do my parentheses first. So I have to simplify this part, and then it's just multiplying. So 1.5 plus 3.3 gives me how much? 4.8. Now, in your calculator, do we know where the fraction button is? ABC. So if you don't know there's a fraction button, it's super easy. You should use that. So I'm going to type 1. ABC makes it a fraction. 2. So I have 1/2, and then I'm literally just multiplying all these numbers together. So 1/2 multiplied by 2.9 multiplied by 4.8. So 6.96 would run to what? 7. Because the 6 goes up, makes the 9 go to a 10. The 10 would make the 6 go to a 7. 6, 7. Let's try number 2. I'll plug it in. Try to simplify it. Use your calculator. I believe in you. You can do it. Easy peasy. So you should add them together to make 2.6. And then you're multiplying 1/2 by 2 by 2.6. What do we get? 2.6. Does anybody know why that happens? Yeah, literally. So these cross out. That's why you get 2.6. If you don't know that, it's okay. The calculator will do it for you. But let's do the last shape. You can come back and do your trapezoids later. Trapezoids aren't that bad. Let's go to the triangles. So the triangles are also not that bad. Triangles, we're not doing all of these, just so you know. We are only doing, what time is it? We got time. Okay, we are only going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to cross off 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we haven't crossed off any problems. The only ones we're going to cross off is those 4 triangle problems, because realistically, you should be doing them kind of like as we're going. So let's go to number 1. So for triangles, your formula is not on your reference sheets. Your formula is from elementary school, is area equals 1/2 base times height. The reason why, where the 1/2 comes from, is if you take your triangle, your square, or your rectangle, and you cut it in half, it becomes a triangle. So that's where the 1/2 comes from. So for number 1, what is my base? It's 8. So area equals 1/2, base is 8. What's my height? No. That's weird. Do we have a height? No. I have to find it. Let's call it X. How can I find that? Oh my God, Pythagoras, he's back. Okay, so we're going to use Pythagorean theorem. We're going to find this missing piece. So which one is C? 9. So off to the side, we're going to do the Pythagorean theorem. We're going to do x squared plus 8 squared equals my C squared. C squared is 9. So this applies what we did 2 days ago. So if you were absent 2 days ago, you might be lost in the sauce. 8 squared is 64. Hey, let's be nice. 9 squared is 81. Do I have to add these together or do I subtract it? Subtract. What do I get when I subtract them? 17. And then what's my last step? Square root. So what do we get? 4.1. Is that right? Will somebody get the door? So now that I know my height is 4.1, I can now use and finish my formula 1/2 base times height. Why are you here? No, I don't. And even if I did, I can't give it to you. Because you just have to hang out and be miserable. It's school. It's miserable. Anyways, yeah, you can hang out for 3 minutes. Okay, so now we just multiply straight across. So using your fraction button, 1/2 times 8 times 4.1. Remember your fraction button is that ABC button. Whose class are you in right now?
Math teacher down the hall. I don't know how to.
In Tilly?
Yeah,
Oh, she's so sweet.
he's like nonchalant.
She's very nonchalant. She's very
He has like no emotion.
It's like 2 + 2 is 4. Nonstop all day. That's cute. It's fine. It is. Okay. Did we get 16.4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How do we feel? Not too bad. Try number 2. For enough people. Especially second period. I don't know. I just teach geo all day. I'm like the only teacher that has like one prep. I just do geo. I'm a great though. I don't feel like being too loud. Yeah. Oh yeah, I bet you did. Yeah, you were.
I'm like, she's like asking me what's a GCF of a number itself.
You should know the biggest. Yeah. You just divide. Keep dividing by 2 until you can't divide by 2 anymore.
Okay, but it's like,
Or 3.
it's
If
like
odd. Or 5.
and then she also gives me this big book to carry in my backpack. Makes it look.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the last time for the lessons.
So we could.
It's my tiny deck I got in this round.
Hey!
Oh.
Oh!
I lost weight and I look fatter in this picture than I do when I was fatter. Like,
Like
like what?
It's so true. Look how cute you
Like,
are.
right?
I love the tie
I've
dye.
lost 15 pounds.
Yeah, I look skinnier last year too.
Right?
But I also gained
maybe it was the camera.
No, I gained weight so last year. Yeah, we got freshman sophomore year.
So I'm putting this one on first.
Yeah. Who cares? Hey, they don't
Hey,
have
no
judgment.
judgment.
Go away.
Here,
Now you've been evicted. Go back to.
Where? I'll go back to the inside.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I just got this shit ripped out of my class and AP stat.
Oh, really? Did you?
Yeah, I went to every day.
Good.
Like, can you move him, please? And she was like, what's wrong? And I told her, and she's like, yeah, he shouldn't have been in there anyways. He failed half of geometry. We'll put him in AP stats.
Yeah, that doesn't make any
She was
sense.
like, should we put him in pop stats honors? I was like, no, he needs to be in like liberal arts or MBSL.
Yeah, give him that class. Give him that class. Oh, yeah. Red flags. Yeah, bring me your phone. Okay, so what did you get whenever you did the Pythagorean theorem for this? Yeah, so I know. Name, the time, look at your phone. What's the time? What do you get for that height?
Oh, it's a height.
5.7. So off to the side, you should have did the Pythagorean theorem. We got 5.7. 5.7 is the height. So 7 is your base, 5.7 is your height. If you multiply 1/2 times 7 times 5.7, what do you get? 19.95. So how would that round to 20? Because if it's 19.95, the 5 makes the 9 go up to a 10. Now take the yellow pass. That's the pass. Look at it says pass. But the the 5 makes the 9 go up, which makes the 19 go up to a 20. Okay, so whatever you skipped with us like teaching or when me teaching, now you have to go back and complete. The only ones that you are allowed to skip are the last 4 triangle problems. So 5, 6, 7, and 8 for your triangles. You may cross those out. You do not have to do them. Don't hurt your brains. It's Friday. I want you to submit this before you leave if you're done. Most of you will finish before you leave, and then I can help with Canvas issues and figuring out Canvas. If you don't have a login because you came from a private school or a charter school and you have not got your computer yet, then I can physically just check yours when you're done either on Monday or today. Let me know if you get stuck. Let me know if you need help.